Hello everyone, this is Tuba Mirza and welcome to Recoding. All the code used inside this video are mentioned inside the description box. So if you like the work we are doing and if you're learning something from our videos, please do subscribe to our channel and share it with your group because your subscription will make this type of video happen in the future. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Many-to-many relationship in any database is one of the hardest choices to go forward, as users sometimes might be confused to use, while on the other hand, it becomes complex to understand. Using many-to-many relationship inside core data is one of the best experience you will ever have. Core data made easy fetching of data, adding relationship and deleting the records. In this video, we are going to take a look at how to use many-to-many relationship using core data. First, let's take a look what is many-to-many relationship. In a many-to-many relationship, multiple records in a table can be associated with multiple records in another table. Many-to-many relationship is one of the trickiest relationships to implement as it is hard to recognize the connection between two entities. Let's learn with some example. Suppose we need to add tags inside an app functionality that can be associated with multiple items in the same app. In this case, we need to use many-to-many relationship as many items are associated with many tags. Let's take a look at a graphical example of many-to-many relationship. Here we can see three tags are associated with multiple items. Some items are same which is associated with one or more tags. In this case, many tags are associated with many items. Another example can be, let's suppose we have a company department table and employee table. If multiple employees can be associated with multiple departments, we will use many-to-many relationship. Another example can be, suppose in a university we have a student and a subject entity. In that case, many students are associated with multiple subjects in a class. So how does all this work behind the scene? Suppose we have two entities, one is item entity which has ID and title as attributes, which will store the tag ID and item ID as attributes, while another entity will be tag entity which has ID and title as attributes. To make a relationship, we have created another entity called as tag item entity. We can see that multiple tag can store multiple items. This shows how in the background all this works. So let's move further. In this video, we are going to create an app that will store different items and these items are associated with different tags which we have also created and stored in this app. Our final app looks like this. On the main screen, we have two sections, one for tags while the other for items. On the toolbar, it has two buttons, one for adding tag and the other for adding an item. Tap on tag icon and add some tag. It will open a new view inside which we need to add title and color for the tag. And finally save the tag. Create some more tags also. Then tap on plus icon. It will open another view to add item. Inside it, add title and select the tags which we are associated with the item and finally save the item. Let's create some more items and add them to these tags. So here we can see that our app can create multiple tags and multiple items. Recoding is on Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. Make a small contribution or donations to help us grow our medium. We still offer free content on YouTube and other writing platforms. Also, don't worry, there are other ways to support us. Share us on Facebook, Twitter, and other social media formats with your friends and ask them to subscribe. The links are inside the description box. Before we go ahead in our video, we highly recommend you all to watch our Apple Persistence playlist videos. Now let's start building the app. Here we have created a multi-platform app with the core data option ticked, which already created the XC data model and persistence initializer. We have also created some files beforehand, which we'll discuss as we move further. First of all, open XC data model file. and add attributes in item entity which was created by Xcode. Let it have a pre-created attribute of timestamp. Add title as string. Add ID as UUID. Create another entity called tag. Add attribute of title as string. ID as UUID. And color as string which will store color keyword. Inside item entity, add a relationship of item to tag and add the destination to tag. Then inside tag, add relationship of the tag to item and add destination of item. Then add inverse relationship of item to tag. This will add inverse relation in item entity also. Now open the side panel and select the relationship tag to item. And change type to many, we can say the icon in relationship changes to M from O, represents the same. Then open item entity and add type to relationship similarly. Now open the content view file and remove some boilerplate code. Above the body, create a new fetch request wrapper. Add sort descriptors as empty array. Then create a private variable called as tag, which confirms to fetched results of tag class. Inside sort descriptors array, add ns sort descriptors and add key path as tag title and ascending to true. Add animation to default. Inside the body, add tags. Fetched result inside for each. Add tag in inside closure. Then we show a simple text which will have a tag title, and if it is empty, there will be an empty string. Above the text view, create a navigation link. Inside it, add destination and label parameter. Then inside label, create an h tag and add text into it. Before the text, we are going to create a circle view, which will fill modifier of color. Inside it, add a string of tag color, and if empty, it will show tag color red. Then add frame modifier and add width and height. Above the content view structure, we create the extension of tag class as we need an array item associated with tag item. Inside the class created by Xcode, we saw earlier that it has a value of ns set of item, but it doesn't return all the items associated with tag class. So inside the extension, we create a public variable items array, which confirms to array of item. Inside it, create a constant of set which equals to tag to item relationship, which is a type of NS set. And we set it as a type of set of item or it will return an empty array. Then create a return which returns a set of a sorted array, which compares the timestamp of all the items inside the array. Then inside the body, inside each stack of navigation link, add a spacer and add text which will show item count inside tag to item relationship set. Then inside the destination parameter, add a list view. Then provide items array into it using a tag. Then for each item inside the items array, we are going to show text view with the item title. Above the for each creates a section called as tags. And inside the closure, add the for each loop into it. Then delete the delete items function. And create a function to delete a tag. Which takes offset which confirms to index set. Then create a for loop for all the items in offset and get a tag of each item. Then create a let of tag item to delete. Inside tags variable, add the tag value inside the square bracket, which will get the item which we intended to delete. Then inside the do catch block, delete the data and save the data, while inside catch block prints the error if any. Then add this function inside on delete modifier. Then inside the toolbar, add a modifier of placement to the navigation bar trailing. Then create an edge tag. And add two buttons, one for adding tag and the other for adding items. Also add a respective label. Create a state of add tag which initially is false. Then inside the action of the button, toggle the value. Create another state for add item, also initially false. And toggle the value into its respective button. Create another section showing item. Then for each item inside the items variable, we are going to show text view for each item. Inside it, add the title of the item. And below for each loop, add on delete modifier and add delete item function which was earlier created. Add the navigation title as many to many. Here we have created two sections, first for tags, while other for items. Both of these get their data from fetch requests for each of those entities. Before we go ahead, here we have created some constants. We have created a structure called extra color. This holds a constant of color which stores color scheme from the color we have created inside the assets file. Then the colors name stores the name of colors of the above colors which the user will see. Inside the assets, we have created all the tag color scheme, which holds the color of system blue. That's why we add tag color red inside content view in the label of tag section. We have also created an add tag view which will help to add tag item. Inside it, we first require the managed object context and dismiss from environment. Then we create two states, first to hold the tag title, while the other selected colors which holds the select color index value of the colors array. Inside the body, we have created a navigation view. Then inside it, we have added form view. Inside it, we have created a text file which holds the tag title binding. Below it, we have created a picker view, which selected the color from the colors name array we have created inside the constant file. Inside the closure of picker view, we have added a for each loop and for each item inside the color name array. And added a save button which will perform dismiss function when save will tap. Then create an add tag item function. Then create a constant of tag which will have context value of view context. Then add the respective value of ID equal to UUID. A title which is equal to tag title. And color which equals to extra color structure inside the colors array at the selected color integer value. Then we save the value using do try block. Then open the content view. Add sheet modifier below the list view. Then add is present value of add tag as binding. Then inside the closure add tag view. Then create another modifier for add item. Create a SwiftUI file of add item view. And add the add item view inside the closure. And add this function inside the save button for add tag view. Now run the simulator and add a tag. Now inside the add tag view, first copy managed object context and dismiss from add tag view file. And paste inside add tag view. Then create a state for item title. Then inside the body create a navigation view. Add form view inside it. Then add text field and add the binding of the item title. Create another state of the selected tag which holds the tag which user selected. Add confirms to an array of tag and initially it will have an empty value. Create a vstack inside the body. Add a text view of selected tag. Add a scroll view that will show the item horizontally. Add a lazy edge stack view. And add a for each loop which will show all the items inside the selected tag as a button view. For the action of the button, we add. If the user selects the item, then we search through the selected tag array and search for the first item, which will match our index to remove constant. Then we use selected tag dot remove at index function and add the index to remove constant into it. Inside the label, add of the selected tag title. Then add some modifier inside below the button of button style, control size and button border shaped. Inside the content view, copy the fetch request for the tags and paste it inside the add item view. Then create another text view of tags. Then below it again, create a scroll view of a horizontal direction. Then inside it add lazy edge stack. Then similarly as previous, add a for each view for all the tags which we fetched from a fetch request. Add a tint of color from the tag color string value. Then copy the previous view of the button which we have created for the selected tag. For the action of the button, we simply append the value of the tag inside the selected array. Below it creates a button to add an item and dismiss the view. Create a function to add the item inside the core data. Create a const as item which equal to item class and add the context of the view context. Then add the value of id as UUID. Timestamp as date. And title as item title variable. Then we create a const unique tag which equals to set of selected tags as it will remove if the same tag is added to the array twice. Then for each tag inside the unique tag, we add relationship using add to item to tag function which is created by core data when creating the class. Then finally we add do catch block and save our data. and add the function inside the button. Add navigation title modifier inside the add item view. Now run the simulator and add the item. Here we can see that our item has been added along with the relationship to tag. And when we tap the tag, we can see that the item is present inside it. Now add some more tag. And now add more items with different tags. We can see that when we remove the item, it will also delete the relation. For deletion rule, CodeData automatically set the value to nullify, which removes the relation. This is good for this case. So this is how many-to-many relationship works inside the CodeData.
And yes, let us know what you liked or disliked about this video in the comment section. Please do like and subscribe to our channel. And yes, do not forget to suggest some more topics. For now, I'll be signing off. We'll definitely see you all in the next video.